The following program is based on research conducted from online news reports, official statements, publicly available records, federal transportation transcripts, accident reports issued by the National Transportation Safety Board, and corroborated witness accounts. We take these sources seriously, and we take this story seriously, because on this day, basketball changed forever. January 26th, 2020, 9:45 a.m., a helicopter slices through the fog above Calabasas, California. To anyone on the ground, it sounds normal. A passing engine, a faint echo, the usual Sunday noise. Inside the cockpit, everything is quiet. Too quiet. The pilot stares into a wall of pure white. No horizon, no hills, no sky. Just a blank sheet of nothing. The helicopter climbs. Then banks left. The instruments show one thing. His body tells him another. Down below, at the Mamba Sports Academy, parents are setting out folding chairs. Kids are tying shoes. Scoreboards sit at 0-0. They're waiting for a coach who always arrives early. He never misses a game. Back in the air, the helicopter accelerates to 160 miles per hour. And in that moment, the past flashes like a reel of lightning. A 17-year-old kid shaking hands with NBA legends at the 1996 draft. Purple and gold confetti drifting over a parade on Figueroa. A father kneeling to tie his daughter's shoes before practice. A man reinventing himself. Competitor to champion. Champion to mentor. Mentor to dad. Up ahead, the hillside rises. The clouds thicken. The world disappears. A final transmission cuts through the radio, climbing to 4,000. But the radar sees the truth. The helicopter isn't climbing, it's falling. This is not just the story of a crash. This is the story of a man who changed basketball, changed fatherhood, changed greatness itself, and the day that changed everything. This is the day basketball died. To understand why this loss felt different, why it hit harder than almost anything in sports history, you have to understand what Kobe Bryant really was. Not the stats, not the rings, not the highlights, the mentality. The kid from Lower Merion walks into the 1996 draft combine like he's already a superstar. He works out against grown men. He calls out veterans. He plays with a level of arrogance most 17-year-olds don't even know is possible. 13 teams pass on him. The Charlotte Hornets select him, but within minutes, he's already gone. The Lakers steal him in a pre-planned trade engineered by Jerry West, a gamble so bold it shouldn't have worked, and yet it changed basketball forever. Kobe doesn't ease into the league. He attacks it. Every failure becomes fuel. The air balls in Utah, they become a weapon. The origin story of a player who refuses to lose the same way twice, the Lakers rise. Shaq becomes the force. Kobe becomes the blade. Together, they carve the league into ribbons. 3 championships in a row. Dominance. Defined. But dominance has a cost. Shaq leaves. The dynasty fractures, and Kobe stands alone. The villain in his own city. This is where the story could have ended. This is where most stars fade. But something happens. Kobe transforms. The Mamba persona isn't a nickname, it's a rebirth. A decision to turn pressure into clarity, doubt into obsession, pain into purpose. He wins again. 2 titles. 2 finals MVPs, redemption without apology. And then comes the part no one expected. He softens. Not on the court. There, he's the same killer. But off it, he becomes a father with the same intensity he used to bring to Game 7s. Vanessa. 4 daughters. And one of them, Gianna, shares his fire, his footwork, his joy. She becomes his shadow, his partner in the gym. The one who tells him, you know, I'm going to play in the WNBA. This changes him. Basketball stops being a career. It becomes a legacy, something to pass on, not hold tight. His final game becomes poetry, 60 points. A comeback pulled out of thin air, a walk-off ending nobody believed was real until it happened. And then he walks away, not broken, not bitter, ready for the second life he'd spent years preparing for, writing, coaching, teaching, fatherhood, and every morning to make that possible, he flies. Not because it's a luxury, but because it gives him something no fame ever could: time. Time to drop off his kids, time to coach Gigi's team, time to show up fully, completely, relentlessly. The helicopter isn't excess, it's efficiency, it's love, it's presence. And on January 26th, 2020, that routine becomes the trap. Los Angeles wakes up under a blanket of white, a marine layer, thick, heavy, and deceptively calm. Fog creeps inland from the Pacific, sliding between buildings, settling across the valleys, swallowing entire hillsides. Visibility drops. Ceiling falls to barely 1,000 feet in some areas. The coast dissolves, the sky dims. It's not dramatic weather. No storms, no lightning, no chaos. It's worse. It's subtle, quiet, inconsistent. A pilot could take off in clear skies, and 5 minutes later find himself flying blind. And on this morning, many pilots refuse to gamble with it. The LAPD grounds their entire helicopter fleet. The sheriff's department grounds theirs too. Too thick, too unpredictable, not worth the risk, but the sky isn't fully closed. There are pockets of clarity, openings between the fog. Little windows of blue that appear, vanish, then appear again. It looks manageable, but only from the ground. Up near Calabasas, the hills rise sharply. Clouds cling to their sides like wet blankets. Fog slides over the 101 freeway. The exact path Kobe's helicopter will follow. It's the kind of day where terrain disappears, where a mountain looks flat, where forward becomes down. And here's the part that seals the trap. Kobe flew this same route the day before. Same helicopter, same pilot, same mission, no problems. Familiarity creates confidence. Confidence creates routine. Routine creates blind spots. The weather didn't need to be catastrophic to be deadly. It just needed to be different. Just different enough. On January 26th, it was. "7:30 a.m. The pilot checks in via group text. Weather looks okay, he says. 9:06 a.m. Kobe, Gianna, and their friends board the Sikorsky S-76B at John Wayne Airport. Twin engines hum. The helicopter lifts smoothly into the morning haze. For the first stretch, everything is normal. They head northwest. Visibility drops. Clouds lower. By the time they approach Burbank, conditions force a delay. Air traffic control holds them in a slow circle for 12 minutes. Jets are landing on instrument approaches. Visibility is borderline. The pilot requests special VFR, permission to continue despite reduced visibility. It's granted. He threads the helicopter through airspace normally packed with police and media choppers. Except today, those aircraft are grounded. He pushes west. The 101 freeway appears below like a dark river, the only reliable visual reference he has left. He slides low, following its curve through the valley. It's a classic technique. I follow roads. But the terrain rises, the clouds sink, the corridor tightens. Ahead, the freeway bends around the Calabasas hills. Above, the fog thickens into a wall. The pilot makes a decision. Climb above the clouds. He pulls back, gaining altitude. Then, the world vanishes. Whiteout. Zero visibility. No horizon. No ground. No sky. Inside the cockpit, the inner ear starts lying. The body feels acceleration as upward tilt. Feels banking as climbing. Feels descent as level. This is spatial disorientation. Sudden, violent, invisible. On the radio, the pilot says he's climbing to 4,000 feet. But the radar data shows the truth. The helicopter is banking left, descending rapidly, falling at over 4,000 feet per minute. The hillside is seconds away. At 9:45 a.m., the Sikorsky impacts the terrain. All 9 souls are lost. A community freezes. A world stops. And a legend is gone. Three things. 3 simple points. Nothing dramatic, nothing supernatural, nothing mysterious. Just human decisions inside inhuman conditions. 1. The weather was deceptively unsafe fog. Low ceilings and a marine layer created near zero visibility in patches. Even law enforcement grounded their helicopters. 2. A visual flight entered cloud conditions. The helicopter was flying under visual flight rules, but once inside the clouds, the pilot lost visual reference and suffered spatial disorientation, a lethal physiological trap. 3. Routine became risk. The same route flown the day before created confidence. Confidence created continuation. Continuation created catastrophe, a familiar flight on an unfamiliar day. This was the day basketball changed, the day a father, a daughter, friends, and teammates were lost. The day a city fell silent. This was the day basketball died. This is video 1. And if you want more stories like this, the ones at the edge of greatness and tragedy, hit subscribe. We're going to tell sports stories you didn't know you needed. Trust us.